Hello and welcome to Millionaires Are Made. It's the show where we believe that you can grow and be a millionaire in all six aspects of health. That's right, we don't believe it's just about having a bunch of money. We're here to teach you how to improve your physical health, your mental health, your financial health, obviously, social health, intellectual health, and today we're working on our spiritual health. We are doing the topic of sex on how to improve your spiritual health. It's going to be a crazy episode. I can't wait. It's going to be super fun. We have some awesome guests here. If you've never seen Millionaires Are Made, this is the show that's built on the fundamental belief that every person you meet knows something that you don't, and there's something to be learned from everyone in this big, beautiful world. So we brought three awesome guests out. They're going to talk to us about sex and spiritual health and how to grow as a human in the spirit of authenticity. I don't even talk about tips or advice before the show starts. I love to kill, so they're all going to talk about their own journeys, their own perspectives, and remove any possible bias as I can. It's going to be a great show. I have no idea how it's going to go, and I can't wait. Audience, if you're watching this, please comment and ask questions. We ask them live to our guests, so if you're wondering something about your spiritual health and sex, today is the day to find some answers to that. And if you want to be a guest on our show, we'll drop the link right now. We would love to have you. We believe you have something to share with the world to help society grow. So please sign up as a guest. We'd love to have you. And if you are going through something tough right now, it doesn't have to be your spiritual health. Maybe financially or physically or mentally, you're having a tough time and you're not sure how to get through it. Just shoot us a DM or a message or an email with the topic that you're going through, something that's struggling, and we will go out and find three awesome guests. We'll create an entire episode around it, and hopefully we'll help give you some advice to get through that time in your life. If you love sharing knowledge and growth tips to everyone in the world, please don't forget to like, comment, send stars, share, subscribe, depending on whatever media you're watching. We'd love to have you, and it helps us grow. Thank you so much. And if you also love learning and growing, I do offer free growth coaching sessions for anyone that is watching right now. That link is being dropped right now. And without further ado, it is time to bring out our first guest. Our first guest is Alara. Alara, can you tell us who you are?
Yes. Hello. So my name is Alara Sage, and I am what I call a wealth mentor. I help leaders, female leaders, and change makers, visionaries to embody the energy of wealth and to activate their creative genius, the unique genius that is within all of us, and to really bring out their visionary impact to the world, because we need our visionaries, we need our creative geniuses out in the world. I am a mother of two gorgeous boys, and I'm an experiencer. I'm the kind of person who is constantly trying new things, diving into new areas of life, moving, shifting. I've been nomadic for many years of my life. I've lived all over the world. And I just love new environments, how it activates my creative energy, my creative genius. I love experiencing new places and new people. And I love really bringing myself outside of my comfort zone, really finding that edge where I start to feel that discomfort and breathing into my body, walking myself through that edge and finding out what's on the other side.
I love it. That's awesome. So you're comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yes.
That's awesome. All right, Alara, I got a big question for you. If I felt a little lost and wanted to improve my spiritual health with sex, what tiny piece of advice would you give me?
A big piece of advice in a tiny little moment is to really engage in self-pleasure regularly. And, from a place of self-love, self-nourishment, gifting it to yourself. Because one of the things, we have a lot of shame around self-pleasure. But the truth is that when we're engaged in pleasure, we open up the portals to prosperity. We open up our chakras. We open up our heart when we're engaged that way from a space of self-love and self-care. So our energy lifts up, our whole energetic field expands. Now we can actually receive much more energy and creative life force energy and wealth. And It activates our creativity as well. But most importantly, like it feels good. Like it feels good. And the more that we say yes to feeling good, I talked about discomfort before, the more we can bring those moments of pleasure into every single moment of life. So life becomes pleasurable, life becomes orgasmic and blissful.
Life becomes orgasmic and blissful. Glad you used those words. Alara, where on your life journey did you learn this?
Yeah, so I had a spontaneous Kundalini awakening where I was driving my car, and basically my higher self came in and said, Om 3 times. And I knew what oming was, but it wasn't what I practiced. But I was like, sure, higher self, driving my car. Om, 3 times. And at the end of the third Om, energy shot from the root of my body all the way up and out my crown. And I went into ecstatic orgasm. I pulled the car over
Good.
and I gave myself the space to like, wow, because I had actually in that life and that part of my life never experienced a full body orgasm. So this was new to me, this full ecstatic orgasm. And, of course that was very blissful and I learned so much from that experience. But what really showed up after kind of that day subsided was the realization that I was radically shut down in life and in my sexual life. So I was really very high sexual energy, but in the act of sex, I did not really enjoy it. It didn't really feel good to me. I didn't know how to give myself permission to experience pleasure. I was often up in my head and making sex mental.
Okay.
And so that experience was like, wow, I can actually feel pleasure in every single part of my body and my energetic field. So I started to slow way down and really breathe down into my yoni, breathe through the process of self-pleasure and really start to learn how to amplify that pleasure, how to bring that pleasure energy out into my bliss body and keep my bliss body up so that when I finally did reach orgasm, which there was never any rush or even any expectation to get there, I would have and do have full body orgasms.
How long ago was this in the car first time thing?
That was around 2014.
So tell me more about that exact instance. You were just driving along. What was going through your mind when this happened?
I don't remember. It was spontaneous. I have a lot of spontaneous healings that happen and transformations. It was just something higher self told me to do. So I did it. And it was, it was the perfect timing for that with my spiritual journey and what was going on in my life and the transformation that I was headed towards. So the Kundalini awakening was like a massive pivotal point for me. It was not an easy experience. I was super blissed out that day. But if anybody understands what Kundalini is, it's a powerful energy. And as that Kundalini shot through my body, she unleashed all of my suppressed emotion, all of my suppressed trauma. And I had about 5 months of, craziness where I was actually asking my higher self, am I going crazy? And higher self just kept saying, allow and breathe and letting the emotions come out of me. So it was very radical and intense, but massively transformational and deeply pivotal in my life.
Tell me more about what you refer to as the higher self.
So we have our human being and our human mind. We have our higher mind, which is just simply a version of us that exists in a higher density, usually in like lower 7th density consciousness. And this version of us, that part of us is really here to guide us. So the higher mind, the higher self can really see, I call it like a bird's eye view. So if you imagine that you are going on a trek and you're going from this point to point B, right? You can only see what's in front of you. And most of the time we want to kind of make a beeline line, right, straight to point B. But our higher self can see, it can see all of our energies, it can see our quantum energies, our karmic lives, our karmic lessons, the quantum entanglements that are happening between our current now and past lives, parallel realities. It can see so much more information. And the higher self with that bird's eye view can tell us, well, even though you're trying to go that direction, you actually need to go slightly to the right, and head this direction, go this way, and that will be the space of most ease and flow. And so the higher mind guides us to actualize our creative genius, our soul's purpose in this life.
Alara, that's amazing. You dropped some serious knowledge there. If that resonates with anyone watching, please go follow her. We're going to move on to our next guest, though. We'll bring you back out for the round robin. Thank you so much, Alara. Wow. All right. Veronica, tell
Yeah,
us
that
who
was
you are.
amazing. I just want to say that it was amazing to listen to Alara. I also gained a lot of insight. So thank you
Yeah.
for this experience. So I am Veronika Vildová. I'm from Czech Republic, Central Europe, and I am a soul reader. So I help people connect with their soul and see their unique gifts. And along with my journey, I activated my light language, which is a special kind of sounds and movements which you can use to bring your energetic gifts to the earth. And along with that, I also started working with sensual energy within our body to help my clients manifest their dreams through the energy of relaxation and enjoyment. So this is me.
I love it. I love it. All right, Veronica. Well, if I wanted to improve my spiritual health with sex, what tiny piece of advice would you give me?
Well, I think the best piece of advice, because we are all in this mode of constantly reaching out for things, even for orgasm. So my
That's a good
best tip
point.
is to learn to drip into pleasure. And pleasure is here and now. It can be very uncomfortable at the first time because you are used to reaching and achieving and being in the doing mode. So what I'm teaching my people is to drop into pleasure and enjoying the present moment and actually aligning with the energy of pleasure which is already in your body. So yeah, if you have 3 minutes, 3 minutes a day, just imagine your greatest dreams and try to feel pleasure around them. Try to feel like, oh my God, it's already here. I am receiving. I feel pleasure. It's already here. And don't do anything else within those 3 minutes and just teach your body how to feel pleasure no matter what, no matter your circumstance right now. And that's what I would do.
I like it. All right, Veronica, where on your life journey did you learn this advice?
Um, so yeah, I experienced sexual trauma myself, and I also
Sorry to hear
experienced stuck. Oh, it's okay. It's stuck energy in my body. So I got to the point in my life when this hurt arised in my relationship, in my previous relationship. So I was searching for coaches and advisors and methods, and I also tried a lot of tantric healings, tantric meditations, and one of them uh, actually a great book on that is Existential Kink. I don't know the
Okay.
I don't know the author now, but the author is talking about if we are this amazing unlimited being dropping into human body, why would we choose to suffer? And her idea is okay, what we chose to suffer because it's actually arousing for us. It's exciting experience. So her advice was to get aroused and excited with each of your experiences, even though they are like suffering and something unpleasant, and imagining that okay, this is what I chose, this is what I created for myself, so let's enjoy it. And once you connect your sensual energy with your deepest wound, deepest bad experience, it actually helps shifting those emotions, shifting those limitations and fears around it. yeah, I think that was the main breakthrough point.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Veronica. We're going to move on to our next guest, and we'll bring it back out for the round robin. Next up, we have Anna. Anna, can you tell us, who are you?
Hi, I'm Anna Kingsley. I am a psychosexual therapist based in London, England. I'm also a couples therapist and I'm an addiction therapist. So essentially, that means I work with people who have problems in their relationships, their sex life, with addictive behaviors, or with any combination of those three. And it's a talking therapy, and really we discuss anything that's front of mind for my clients. So it always goes beyond the practical and the immediate to a lot of the spiritual stuff, a lot of the really deep emotional stuff that is blocking my clients getting to where they want to be.
Very cool. I love it. Anna, can you tell me, if I was struggling with my spiritual health and wanted to improve it using sex, what piece of advice would you give me?
Okay, so I would advise you to go back to basics and wake up your senses. So this isn't an obviously erotic exercise to do, but I promise you it will teach you what turns you on and what turns you off, what enhances your desire and what kills it. So you just need to think of those 5 senses, and with each one, you need to go explore what you like and what you don't. So let's take, for example, touch. I would advise my clients to go around their house touching things. Go squidge that cushion that's on your couch. Go touch touch the outside of your car. Touch soft things, touch hard things, touch your kids' clothes, feel what material, get in touch with your body, right? And see what wakes you up. See whether you like hard stuff, soft stuff, squidgy stuff. What does it for you? Again, with taste. I'm not telling people to go taste new food and go order something new on the menu, but I am telling them to stop shoving food down their mouth and take a break, go slowly, and actually savor what they're eating, right? Actually taste it rather than just gulp it down. And again, with smell, go sniff things. Go sniff that spaghetti bolognese sauce that's cooking. Go sniff what it feels like to fill up your car with gas. Go explore what actually you like and you don't like, because all of this stuff gets in the way in your head.
Interesting.
That's where I would start. It's a really simple way to just start to get in touch with your desires. It's a really basic beginner's way. Anybody can do it.
I like it. That's a simple piece of advice. Thank you so much. Anna, where on your life journey did you learn this advice?
Oh, wow, that's easy, because like all the smartest things that I know, it's something that my clients have taught me, because so many of the people that I work with have a problem accessing desire. And if they're in a partnership, they're probably just looking to their partner to turn them on. And they're sort of lying there thinking, why am I not being turned on? This person's not doing it for me. But of course, working with my clients for the last 15 years, I've come to understand that actually we're all in charge of our own sexual desire. Okay, it's nobody else's responsibility but ours. And it's 99% in our heads. So if we can work out in our minds what we like and what we don't like, then we're on the, then we're up and running to work out how can I tackle this lack of desire, or how can I tackle this disparity that my partner desires this and I desire that. So my clients taught me that they think they come to me for wisdom. In fact, they give me wisdom every day.
I like it. I say that all the time with my clients too. I'm just like, yeah, this is really just selfish. You guys are just teaching, even with this show, I'm like, yeah, I want to help everyone. It's really just teach me. I'm kidding. I want to bring all the guests in and learn everything myself and learn it and take all I can. Awesome. Well, let's get to the fun part. Let's bring everyone out here and have some conversation. Let's start with Alara, can I get a quick refresh of what your tip was?
Yes. So to engage in self pleasure from a place of self love.
Ooh, well said. I like that. Veronica, what are your thoughts on Alara's tip?
I think it's amazing. I I actually agree because right now I am ill and my body feels very bad. But when I engage in self pleasure, it helps to tune the nervous system up again. So yes.
Anna, what are your thoughts on Alara's tip?
Oh, well, I love the bit about coming from a place of self-love, right?
Yeah.
Because so many people are scared or apprehensive, or they feel obliged to, or they feel under pressure to, or they're anxious. So if you can, as Alara said, come from just a very gentle, warm place of actually, this is for me. This isn't about anybody else. No one else is in the room. This is all about me. This is not about anybody else. No one, I think that's a wonderful piece of advice, and we should all take heed, right?
I like that little touch too. Yeah, come from a self love versus, I don't know, demand, stress, all the other many things that we turn to self pleasure for. Veronica, can you quickly refresh what your tip was for us?
Yeah, it was dropping into pleasure and imagining your dream and being turned on by it, basically. Yes.
All right. Anna, what are your thoughts on that?
Oh, well, I love that. I mean, I think whatever you do in your own head, crack on and keep doing it, right? So if you want to go in your mind to your dream, go there, enjoy it. Don't hold back. There's no right way or wrong way to do this. And if that's, why not aim for the sky, right? Aim for the stars. So let's go with the dream version than maybe, the everyday version.
I like it. Alara, your thoughts on Veronica's tip?
Oh my God, I love it so much. And actually, I practice it every single day because, as I said, pleasure is a portal to prosperity. So when we're envisioning our desires, envisioning our vision, and then we're in a state of pleasure, arousal, enjoyment, we are vibrating very much in creative life force energy. We're activating our bodies in those vibrations while we are attuned and our attention is on that desire and on that vision. So now that creative life force energy, that pleasure, all of those vibrations are going into the quantum creation of those desires. So yes, 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 light yourself up as much during the day. I constantly do it throughout the day. I'll imagine, vision, light my body up in sexual energy, and it's incredibly powerful.
Wow. All right. All right. Anna, can you quickly refresh what your tip was for us?
So I would advise everybody to just go back to basics and remember we have 5 senses, right? And all of them can come alive. So even the ones that don't seem obviously erotic, smell, hear, touch, let's go explore them, do it for yourself and see what you wake up as you're doing it.
All right. Veronica, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it's helpful for people who are struggling to awaken their sexual energy, which can be blocked for many reasons. So, yeah, I think that it's very profound.
Good, good. Alara, what do you think about Anna's tip?
Yeah, super beautiful. I love it so much, Anna, because, our senses are one of our ways into our embodiment and really activating our pleasure to all of the different levels. When we talk about full body orgasm, that is the ability to be really present in your body. And one of the ways that we can learn to be more present in the moment is by engaging in all of those different senses. So I love how it is this direct avenue into a deeper embodied state.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys, we've got a question from the audience, and it's a good one. How do your spiritual beliefs shape your approach to relationships and intimacy? Good luck.
I guess my approach is very much we are responsible for our own happiness. So a lot of the times when I'm working with couples, they come and they're complaining about the other person. And then, it's very easy to point fingers at your partner and point out where they're failing. But I really encourage all my clients to have a mentality that we are in charge of our own pleasure, and that empowers us and gives us permission to take what we want. That would be that's, I think, where I come from.
All right.
So from my experience, when I, as a soul reader, I help people also uncover their past lives, and sometimes those lives can leak into their current experience. And yeah, so definitely spiritual beliefs, especially here in my country, we had quite interesting history with when you awaken your spiritual gifts, it's something to be ashamed of and something to hide and so on. So this is all written also in our bodies. So I think from my experience, spiritual beliefs they can condition you feeling your pleasure. So yeah, if you want to transform and if you want to get free and really experience pleasure deep within your body, the shame is the first thing you need to let go of.
Yeah. All right. The next question we have is targeted to Alara, but we'll let everyone answer as well. Love your tip, Alara. Do you believe that sexual energy can be transformed or channeled into spiritual energy?
I love that so much. I don't think it's different at all. Sexual energy is creative life force energy. And this is one of my favorite topics because we don't think of it like this. We don't think of sexual energy as being pure potentiality of consciousness. But, here we are. We're humans. We created ourselves into this human body through the act of sex, which is taking ethereal energy and bringing it into physical form. So understanding that your creative life force energy, your Shakti, your Kundalini, and your sexual energy, it's the same. It's the same energy. And therefore, the deeper we connect to our sexual energy, the deeper we connect to our creative life force energy, and the more we can utilize those energies to create the reality that we desire.
I love that. I can't say more. Brilliant.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was great. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, any last things you guys want to get off your chest and say before we wrap up this episode?
I think what is really interesting here, because this forum might sometimes increase the controversy. Some people can disagree with each other, but when it comes to sex, most coaches agree on the same ground because the sexual energy is here to amplify and give everybody. It's not either or. So this is just what I love about sexual energy.
Yeah, we've all been nodding away, haven't we? Listening to each other, we've been quietly sort of nodding our heads in agreement. I think there's a lot of alignment between what we're all saying.
Yeah, it's fun how sometimes it happens. Sometimes it's very conflicting, and I mean, you guys have never met. You're all from random areas of the world, and then here we are talking about spiritual health and sex, and kind of hearing the same things, but also, I mean, I feel like each of you are like talking about an hour episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Kind of, yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, we have to do our last favorite thing. It's our daily challenge. So this is something we challenge the audience and you guys to do every day. It has to take less than 5 minutes a day. It has to cost $0, and it has to be available to anyone from Colorado to the Czech Republic. What thoughts do you guys have for a daily challenge?
I love the practice. It's kind of along the lines of what Anna was saying before. I love the practice of really finding pleasure, and I love finding pleasure in the mundane. So my tip is the next time you brush your teeth, to really feel it in your mouth, and really ask yourself, can I experience this pleasurably? Being available to any displeasure, any discomfort, but being fully present to it, and continue to keep inviting yourself as you simply brush your teeth. How can this feel pleasurable to me in this moment?
I can't wait to promote that we did an episode on spiritual health and sex, and the daily challenge was to brush your teeth. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. Any other thoughts? Anna, Veronica, any thoughts on that?
I love that. I really love that because what Alara's done is she's taken something that nobody in a million years would think could be a pleasure, could be a sexual thing, right? And I guess I agree with her because we're talking about sex very broadly, aren't we? We're talking about pleasure very broadly. So I love it. You know, is it pleasurable? What's getting in the way? I guess the only thing I would add maybe into Alara's comment is to be conscious of what's going through your head. Because if there's a way you can shut your brain off, stop thinking about, you know, whether you're cleaning your teeth correctly or not, or what you need to do the minute you put your toothbrush down. If you can switch your brain off and just engage in the practice of brushing your teeth, brilliant. That would be wonderful. I would do that. In fact, I'm going to do that this evening.
Any other ideas for a challenge less than 5 minutes to improve your spiritual health with sex? Veronica, it looks like you were trying to say something.
Yes, I wanted to advise dancing to your favorite song with no head included. Just any song you love, from metal to drums from Africa, anything you love and makes your body move, just drop into your body and shake and do everything crazy which your body wants. I think it's actually quite miracles.
Is it too risky to dance to your favorite song while you're brushing your teeth? Do we need to stay away from something like that?
I think if it's bachata, it's actually required.
Okay.
You can move your hips while brushing your teeth and be like, oh my God, I'm brushing my teeth like a queen.
Okay, cool. So I guess let's do a daily challenge where let's see how we type this up. So put on favorite song while brushing teeth. We're gonna dance. I assume nobody's looking unless you brush your teeth with your partner. Dance and help me out, Alara and Anna. We're gonna focus on the pleasurable parts of brushing your teeth.
Yes. The pleasure and the mundane.
And the mundane of brushing your teeth while dancing. Yeah.
And we're going to try really hard not to think about it. Just do it. No thinking, all doing.
Okay. All right. Well, I think that's our daily challenge. We do have one last question if you guys want to answer it real quick. What do you guys think about, do you know the term autosexual, being attracted to yourself, and what are your thoughts about it, I guess?
Do you know it's not a term that I use, but I think it's to some degree really essential, right? Absolutely. We have to be attracted to ourselves. We have to be comfortable in our own skins. We have to be happy in our own bodies and feel comfortable and proud of them and feel as if they can be sexual, because otherwise how the hell are we going to think about sharing that with another person? So if we're not comfortable in ourselves and we're not comfortable and positive about our own body, what kind of energy would we be taking into a partnership? I guess that would be my thought.
I love it. Any last thoughts before we wrap this up?
I think that consider yourself sexual is important for achieving your dreams. If you feel attraction or feel sexual around your body, it helps you achieve your dreams faster, I think. Yes.
Very true. Very true. Awesome. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming out. This was a great episode. Super fun. And thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed our spiritual health and sex episode. Super fun time. learned a lot. I do have to tell you that it is presented by some awesome sponsors. First, our sponsor, Don Gleason. He's a seasoned expert with 42 years in military and corporate roles. If you're looking to empower your business and achieve new heights through leadership, you can check him out right now, achievenewheights.com. He is an awesome guy. I would definitely be interested in that. We are also sponsored today by Jen Gray, host of the Be Genuine with Jen podcast. She's awesome as well. She's a licensed life and health agent, and she helps small businesses and entrepreneurs thrive. Go check her out. We also have one of my good friends, Sam Westfall. He's awesome as heck. Army veteran, 35 years of shooting experience, founded Archery and Motion to elevate practice, his moving target platform. Definitely go give his website a visit. And we've got an awesome Krista Ford, who is fantastic and super interesting as well. Pioneering athlete, 40 plus years in powerlifting and bobsledding, the decorated medalist and the first Black female bobsledder. Super awesome. Go check her out. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring, and hopefully